Hello everyone, my name is Denise. I'm based in Brazil. I work with astrology for leadership development, and I'm here today to talk to you about this full moon in the sign of Aries happening today, October 20th. It happens Eastern time 10, it happened already 10:57 a.m. and GMT time 3 p.m., 3:57 p.m. at 27 degrees of Aries. So first of all, being the full moon, the peak of the month, it's the emotional peak of the month. It's always interesting to see where this degree, this position, 27 degrees of Aries, falls into your chart, if you know your individual chart. Because I think it's very interesting understanding the energies of especially new moons and full moons, that we can plan and be present to our particular process. So new moons are all about new beginnings, new start. So which area of experience in your chart it is touching, it is encouraging you to move, to plant a new seed in the case of the new moon. Now being the full moon, it's a point of culmination where things starts to appear, and you have more, if you know the area of experience, you are more present and more, you pay more attention. So that would be my indication. In this very intense full moon. Full moons are always intense because we are in between, the earth is in between the sun and the moon. So we are kind of pulled in different directions. We need to find a balance every time we have a full moon. In this case, we are in the Libra season. Libra is all about relationships, agreement, empathy, allowing others in our lives, how we share our lives, how we can exempt ourselves from having this self and allowing others to share our lives. And the full moon, always sun and moon in opposite signs. Now the moon in Aries is saying the opposite, right? It's saying, where is the space of myself, of individuality, of being you as you are, being authentic, being honest, and very straightforward as the sign of Aries would like, right? So we have this, then the relationship between me and the self and the others. And what is the space within the relationships? So we have 3 planets in Libra at the moment. We have Mercury, Mars, and the Sun in Libra, reminding us the importance of listening to others, admitting others' ideas, balancing. So in Libra, we find out that we are a we, right? It's not only I, because when we are born, we are all about ourselves. And then as we grow, we understand that we live in society, that we need others, that we need to share our lives with someone else. And also it's a good reflection of how are we sharing the relationship with our own selves, right? So what's the relationship with yourself at the moment? So how are you being able to take care of you in order to be in a relationship? But not only that, we have a very strong presence of the 2 most powerful planets in the zodiac, Mars and Pluto, in a fight in the sky. So we bring a good level of intensity, which is already an intense season. Since the beginning of this lunation cycle, even in the new moon, which happened in the 6th of October, we had a strong presence of Mars already throughout the month of October. So Mars is all about movement, about energy, about impulse, about individuality, wanting things the way we want. So we need to balance the power of the self again and the energy we're going to put into the world, because it's very good that we take our plans out of paper and into the real life with this level of energy. But Mars is all about anger as well. When we don't deal with situations and we put out in the world and maybe more aggressively. So this tension in the sky recalls us to be careful about that. And then not only Mars, we have Pluto. So when we bring Pluto into the equation, we talk about the god of the underworld, right? The underneath the surface. So we are more able to see what was hidden. We need to deal with our the B side of our personality, let's say, when we deal with our compulsion, our control, manipulation, power. For the figures of power throughout the world is very intense as well. For leadership in general, this tension in the sky. So we are less resilient to frustration. So we want more the things our way. So we need to balance this level and not go too fast. It's already an energy of speed. To confirm that, we had in the past days, let's say the last week or so, 4 planets coming back, the last 2 weeks or so, coming back from the retrogradation motion to the direct movement. So, you know, if you're here, you like astrology, you know, when a planet is retrograde, it kind of slows down a little bit. And now going back to the direct movement, we have this energy of moving forward. So we first had Pluto, which is this god of the underworld, which inspires us to go really deep, to cure stuff that we were not so able to see, but now we are. So back to direct movement on the 6th of October, together with the new moon, by the way. Then we had Saturn on the 11th, and on the 18th, we had Mercury and Jupiter in the same day, a couple of days prior to this full moon, actually encouraging us and making clear that the peak season of the month is all about movement. We also have many planets in cardinal signs, which is the rhythm, right, of those signs. We have the 3 planets in Libra, cardinal sign. We have the 2 planets in Aquarius, Saturn and Jupiter. Aquarius is a fixed sign. So we have Libra, we have Taurus, and we have Uranus in Taurus, and we have Pluto in Capricorn. So those are the cardinal signs, also encouraging us this movement. So one other aspect of this chart of the full moon is the benevolence of Jupiter. Jupiter is the most the lucky planet, right? Doing amazing aspects, helping us to expand our perspective, going with knowledge, faith, amplifying the way we see situations. It is also confirmed by the ruler of this lunation cycle, the season cycle being Libra. The ruler is Venus, and Venus is in Sagittarius from October 7th until November the 5th. So this duration of Venus in Sagittarius is also an invitation to us to think widely, to go for knowledge, to think in a fun way, looking for adventures, looking for the future. It's more futuristic aspect that is supporting us, but not without really going deep dive into the issues that we were hiding or we were not able to see, that we need to bring into the surface, to the light. So which is this Pluto tension that we have in the sky. So we have this homework of deep diving, and also the opportunity to expand our perspectives with this very favorable Jupiter in the sky. Good Mercury aspects with Saturn in the chart. It's a weaker aspect, but we can read or interpret that we need to stick with the facts, right? We need to stick with reality. Let's go to the source of reality to make our conclusions and make decisions. So that was a bit of what I wanted to share with you. One important point though is, before I go, this 27 degrees of Aries in this full moon chart, it starts to touch the USA chart, which is going to have its Pluto return in 2022. So you know that when we have a planet returning to its own position, and actually this deserves a video of its own, it's a new cycle. And because Pluto is very slow, it takes 248 years average to go in a full movement around the sun. So in other words, what is a 1 year for us, it's kind of 248 in Pluto, right? If we were there, but anyway, from our perspective. So this is the first time since the independent USA that they have this, or you guys, depending on where you're watching, that we have a Pluto return. So in the area of experience in the chart of the US, touching economy, resources, money. So it's going to happen from February 2022 until 24 because Pluto is very slow. And this full moon actually touches this exact degree, which is the 27. So in the US chart, Pluto is 27 degrees of Capricorn, and this full moon happens at 27 degrees of Aries, which is a tension aspect for us in astrology that we called, it's a squaring, right? It's a 90-degree apart aspect. So maybe something is already mobilizing, is already happening, touching that very big return, which we can expect some big transformations in terms of economy and the way the US in general deals with resources and money. And anyways, let's see how it evolves in 2022. But just wanted to point out that this full moon is already a kind of a start of this big movement that we can expect next year. So I hope this could bring some reflections to you. Again, have a look at where it falls into your chart. Where is the area for your individual chart that is inviting for this combination point, that you can see things with this dynamic perspective. Although we have the tensions and we have Mars and Pluto as I described, it is also very interesting if we can direct in a powerful and fruitful direction to put our lives into motion and take care of the anger and frustration, don't throw out in the world, and deal with this energy to put things into action that you would like to see happening. Okay, so thank you for watching until here. Let me know if you like it, your comments, subscribe to the channel. I'm planning to stick with the videos in English so I can reach more people worldwide. So take care, have a lovely full moon. Bye bye.